we have a document that the White House released.
I have a clip of this.
Do you know what document I refer to?
Is this referring to the North Korean hack?
This is the updated administrative proposal for law enforcement provisions for cyber.
Oh, no, this is different. Go on.
Okay. The changes to existing laws, and the idea here, it really is quite interesting because the way this is set out, this actually becomes law, and this is proposal from the administration. You can get arrested for almost anything. So first of all, Section 101, and I forget which.
Just like the Soviet Union.
Even better. So what they want to do is put cyber crime under RICO laws, racketeering. So prosecuting organized crime groups that utilize cyber attacks. Racketeering activity, which in the new definition, any act which is indictable under any of the following provisions of Title 18. And here's the change. Section 1030, relating to fraud and related activity in connection with computers. If the act indictable under Section 1030 is felonious. Then we get into some of the felonious acts. Laundering of monetary instruments. Section 2512, relating to the manufacture, distribution, possession, and advertising of wire, oral, or electronic communication intercepting devices will now be illegal.
NSA.
Confiscation of wire, oral, or electronic communication interception devices and other property. So if you have any of these, which could be
Stingray.
Yeah.
So in other words, the cops can break the law?
Of course. This is why it's a law. The citizens can't do this.
Well, no, the cops are supposed to abide by the same laws as the citizens.
So if you are caught with any type of, even orals, that means if you're recording someone, wire, oral, or electronic communication interception devices. So if I am recording
if I have my cell phone, which there's a really good code, I think it's and record.
Yeah, it records forever with it shut off, with the
you just put a little button,
screen.
You hit the button, it starts recording all your conversations, and you need this sometimes when you're doing negotiations. You did, I didn't tell you I'd do that. Then yeah, you did. Here it is. So that now will be illegal. I cannot protect myself, is what you're telling me. I cannot protect myself by recording casual conversations that happen to be in a negotiation mode, let's say?
Well, the way I read it is this is an oral communications interception device. And
my phone.
And if you use that information for stock tips or there's a number of other things. If you use, let's say, I'll put it here. Here's an example. Having read this document, I think I could argue the case that if you use that, an oral recording device, to eavesdrop on Mimi and get her Facebook password through that recording, and you then logged into her account, then you can, it's 20 years in jail.
Okay. Let's say that's true. I go along with the 20 years in jail. So in other words, now what you're telling me, based on my recording Mimi's discussions,
there is a caveat. There's a caveat.
That parents cannot look at what their children are doing online.
There's a caveat.
Okay, is that what it is?
No, the caveat is that the damage from whatever you did is $5,000 or more, which is pretty low. Now, I don't think you're going to damage your kid or your wife for $5,000, depending on circumstances. But that is the level. If you do anything to somebody in this manner that results in damages $5,000 or above. It has to
result in damages? So if I'm recording a negotiation with my recorder, there's no damages.
Here we go. So the Section 103, Modernizing the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. This is a U.S. Code 18-1030. Here's what they're talking about. Fraud and related activity in connection with computers. Whoever A, intentionally accesses a protected computer without authorization,
NSA,
and thereby obtains information from any such protected computer, or intentionally exceeds authorized access to a protected computer, hello, dude's name Ben, and thereby obtains information from such computer, and the value of the information obtained exceeds $5,000, then you have committed an offense, furtherance of any felony violation of the laws of the United States. So if you're an admin, but you override some admin authority and look into something else, and there is damages from that, you are toast. Or if you
damages if you shut up about it.
Sure. Or if you knowingly and willfully traffic in any password or similar information or any other means of access, knowing or having reason to know that a protected computer would be accessed or damaged without authorization in a manner prohibited by this section, as the result of such trafficking, you can be punished as provided for the complete offense, as mentioned in the subsection I just talked about. The fine under this title or imprisonment for not more than 20 years. It's just a spit in the bucket. This puts sysadmins in a very, very... I mean, how about white hacking? You can't even do that anymore. And you can't do it without everyone knowing exactly what you're doing. I think trafficking in passwords... these are very, very stringent rule, and it's clearly aimed at sysadmins. And I think this does stem from the obvious inside job at Sony.